Yeah? Oh, thank
Mr.
you.
Light, did you throw that trash?
Yes, sir. I will, Mr. President.
So, did you make any decision, anything you have to make a motion for? Or?
Oh, Jesus, not again.
Thank you, Christine.
Well, it wasn't for me to make a comment, but you had the camera on me.
I'll go back to the other way.
So, let's go into, you guys have anything else except for public participation on the one for workshop? Any public participation, here we go. Do you have any more, Ben, or you good? You
I
signed this
got
one?
one, you're good there, I got one, this one's a big one, so
Is this for
I was hoping to
questions?
get it done, but
I have one
if I don't,
question.
it'll be next Monday.
Okay,
Do
Go ahead,
one
Mary.
question.
okay.
You talked at the Milton Selectmen meeting about coming up with a brochure for the people in
Yes.
town.
Yeah.
Are you guys still working on that?
Yes, I think, I'm waiting for, planning board is just sending over, I gotta write my minutes too here. They're sending over 3 things for the lawyer to review to go on to the, you know, like the article to review and some idea, you know.
With regards to the Naiad?
Wording.
She's speaking about the Naiad.
Yeah, but he's sending the wording over for a moratorium and a couple of other things. So when they get that all ready, I wanna put them all in the same
Package.
package, in the same
Gotcha.
sheet, so.
Right, my question is,
So,
is that notice going to say how much the people need to put up for the Naiad? Because the 5,000 was wrong.
The 5,000 from Milton.
Right, the 5,000,
66,
6,600.
75.
You have something for us?
Right, so,
yeah, so you're looking at that guy's paperwork, that he
Yes.
does, Norm's paperwork.
Yes.
He came up with the correct figure, yeah.
Yes, I don't know if it'll have the figure on there, I mean, we haven't written
We've got
anything
to
yet,
have it.
so.
What are we going to be discussing? I'll go get some spreadsheets and stuff.
Oh, I don't know yet, I haven't gotten to the workshop yet, part
No
yet.
idea which ones we could do,
Not yet.
because we're
not
gonna
really.
need spreadsheets and stuff.
Yeah, let's finish our public participation and then.
thank
we'll,
you.
Thanks, Royce, for listening. Royce?
I gotta write it, sorry.
It's okay.
Point to the other selectmen and take the notes. Question about this, when we ask a question, I thought everybody would listen.
They're supposed to.
Yes, Deb.
So specifically, at the Milton Selectmen's meeting, it was discussed that they were sending out a flyer with regards to the Naiad, and it was asked that Lebanon also put together a flyer. So you are intending to do that, put out a flyer and mail it to the residents regards to the Naiad?
Yeah, we are intending to putting on a flyer that, has discussion about the moratorium on it, the Naiad on it, and there was one other thing that we needed to put on there too.
The grandfathering clause or something?
Not the flyers from Norm.
Apparently not.
That's what I'm asking, not those.
The whole flyer?
Yeah,
The 2 PDF things, it was 2 pages, so.
right.
Well, no, we're gonna send out 1 page, because it's gonna be quite costly, so we're gonna try to do the front and the back and fold it and get it stamped up and get as much information on there
Okay,
as
so
we
you
can.
won't be sending out
So-
any information that explains the Naiad, that the state, because that would be a total of 3 pages just for the
It's
Naiad.
$900.
Well, I mean, we're gonna send out as much information as we think that we can and fit on there to make it, you know, so they understand. I mean,
Would you make copies of those pages that he sent you, the PDF things, print those out, and I'll pass them out at the dump if I have to?
oh, we can, absolutely.
I mean, would you, instead of me paying for it, if you print them out, I'll pass them out.
We can.
I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, they'd have to make a motion to do that.
Any
Print
chance
them
of
out.
you making a motion, Royce, to do that?
So you can pass out.
So it saves you money, you don't have to make copies and mail it.
Will you be taking them anywhere but there?
Taking what?
Will you be passing them out anywhere besides there?
Well, I don't know if there's a center in town where a lot of people go, let me think.
You could put
I'll
some
say
at
that's good.
trains.
It's a good idea, but maybe,
You could put some at trains and maybe
yeah,
at
maybe on the two stores.
Momo.
a couple of stores, put them in the windows and stuff, something like that. I can do that, that's not a problem. I'm just not going to those trailer parks I went to last time, no way.
Town hall.
Town hall.
Town hall.
You could just
Yeah.
have them made up in here. You give me an estimate of what I could get that stuff from you?
I have to make the motion first.
Oh, yeah.
When could you have it ready for Christine?
Well, I mean, once I find them in my bin,
I mean, I can use a Xerox machine if you want me to do it. That's not a
I mean,
problem.
they're, it's probably right here.
If you have an automatic stapler. I can come in and do the copies if you want me to, and staple them together if you want me to.
I don't know if I have, are you talking about, these pages in the end, Mary? Which ones are you talking about? This is what I have from yours.
This is the one that he proposes. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on my laptop and double check.
This is all about it.
Yeah, no, this was too much stuff. She was supposed to shrink it down. This
Well,
was too
that's
much.
what I'm saying. I mean,
That's
I'm
way
not
too
gonna
much
make
stuff.
all that.
No, that's way too much stuff.
Why don't you get together what you'd like us to make, and then we can make the copies for you, and we'll look at it and review
Okay.
it and
I
make
don't
those
have-
copies for you, so you can pass some of them on. I have no issue with it, we
Have
should
you
put
got
it
a
up
copy
there.
of
so,
what Milton's doing, by any chance?
Get it? Yeah, I have a copy of what Milton's doing.
Yeah,
But-
that'd be a good way to go.
Christine, I actually had a couple more questions too. The second one is, so Milton did not put the requested amount of money that Mr. Turgeon stated that they should on their ballot. They put $5,000 on their ballot, and I want to tell you that he thought they should be paying about 16.
And we knew that
1,000.
was wrong.
We knew that was wrong at the time, but that's what their ballot was already printed, and that's what's on their ballot is 5,000. So would we be looking then to match funds with Milton at 5,000, or would we be looking to do a lower percentage of the funds? Because Mr. Turgeon squarely said that Lebanon should be paying less of the funding because we have less of the, the water frontage than Milton does.
30%.
30%.
I understand that,
I'm just-
I think that, we haven't really gotten to a conversation, we haven't made any motions, we haven't made any, decisions on all this part, but, to me, I would put on what he thinks we would,
I think we should, too.
6,600. Here's the reason why, because this is gonna be a revolving thing each year, and however we write it and send it to lawyers, and hopefully they can say if it's used or not used, it can stay or be revolved, have that revolve each year. I'm not sure how to word that yet, I mean, I probably have to send it to legal, so
Right.
that they can word it correctly, so it does revolve, unless changed by the voter, or increased and changed or whatever, that's what we need to do.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
And then, annual for the next 5 years. But personally, if you look at the map, no matter if we only have 30% or whatever it is, where is it?
Right, it's all on our side.
It's on our side.
Right,
So,
Right.
however they, whatever Milton does as far as their money part, we need to cover ourselves and do what is right for us. I mean, it's on our side. It's
It's
our
in front of my
problem,
house.
truly.
I applaud you for that, because I was, when I saw that they only put 5,000 and didn't change that amount, I was a
Oh,
little
really?
disheartened, but, yeah, I'm glad that you're gonna put the full amount
I
on
would say
it.
the 6,600 is what I put, exactly what they,
That's what we've got to
it's
Yeah, I think so.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah,
We gotta fix it, we gotta at least try,
Yeah.
so.
Right.
That would be that. And
Okay.
Dana, did you have a question?
Yes, I do. When we were at the meeting over in Milton, I picked up a copy of the town report.
Yeah.
I wonder if Mike could bring a copy over. It could be looked at and possibly improve our town report by looking and seeing what's in there.
We can look at it.
It's an idea.
But, the different states do different things. There is certain things that have to be in the town report, and there's certain things that don't have to be in the town report. So,
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to look at it. I mean, I look at other towns all the time.
Yep.
But, I mean, It doesn't hurt, such as what was you looking for in particular in there?
Nothing in particular, but it's a reference.
Okay.
A few meetings back, Mike came in with papers. You signed, the selectmen signed the papers in regard to Prospect Hill.
Yes.
Looking on the internet, I saw something back in 2014 regarding Milton and Prospect Hill.
Mhm.
And it seems like it's going to be a massive project.
Yes.
I have no interest in becoming a member of a committee to look into, but I know that in the 14 information, Ben was listed, Paul Philbrook was listed, and
Right.
somebody needs to be able to pull stuff together to be able to keep track of stuff for you people. And you people need to come up with questions as for their researching. With Sue retiring and the minutes as they are, I have a concern that there are a number of items that are not being followed up on because you as selectmen are not able to really look at those and to keep track of a list of old business that needs to be followed up on. Thank you.
Still questions?
Well, they have to answer him first.
Oh, I just thought they were just go.
I'm just writing.
How about a recorder?
Yeah, and I'll try to, Sue's getting better about her minutes. I told her a couple of weeks ago that when she comes in on Tuesday morning, to take that whole hour and just do the minutes from at least the day before, and then we'll work on the old ones as we get them done. So I have last week's minutes in here, we already read them and signed them, so that's what we're trying to do, and then we'll throw a few, we're trying to get the old ones done, so hopefully we'll get it all done before she goes. I'll make sure we get all the minutes in and done before she goes. And I understand what you're saying, old business and trying to follow through and get things done. It's been a challenge, and we just need to get better at it. You're right. So we're gonna give it a shot and go from there.
Like, for example, do you remember how far back I had made a comment in regard to the Cemetery Care Committee getting a map and a list?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's something that's kind of fallen by the wayside. Granted, it's not critical, but there may be critical things that do need to be followed up on. It would be nice if more people from the town were coming to selectmen's meetings, and you might be able to draft them into taking on responsibilities for different things for research purposes.
Thank you.
I have one more question, I forgot. Can we put something on the town website about the Naiad?
I'm sure, yeah. Why don't we get our article together, our letter, and that's what we'll probably put on the town website, because it'll list things about the moratorium and it will list about, the Naiad, and it'll be, from us as a board, and that's probably what should go on that website. So, yeah, we'll get to that point, so hopefully we'll start.
Is it off now?
Okay, and I have,
It was on there, that's why I'm asking. It was on there, all about, not the new stuff, but the
Right.
information sheet.
the old stuff is still on there, but,
I put it on there.
yeah, it's still on there, but just the updated,
Yep.
what we need to do is not on
It's
there.
created, is what I was gonna say, so you just have to maybe bring it to the front, or if somebody hopefully didn't delete it, they just kind of retired it to the background, we could probably just
Pop it up.
bring it back up front, yeah.
I thought they could put like a warning thing at the top of the website, like weather alerts. No swimming, no boating, no fishing, no scuba diving, no drinking.
No swimming.
To give us money. Forget it.
In a little town of Plantation 14, way up in northern Maine, they have a boat landing, and they do volunteer safety checks to check for invasive species on the boat. And that boat landing is staffed every single day of the week with volunteers.
They do it in Milton too.
They do it.
They do, okay.
They don't do it at
Everett.
They don't do it at Mighty Joe's, and there's a lot of boats that go in there every day.
That might be a place to target.
They really need to do Mighty
They're not,
Joe's.
listen, they're having a discussion.
You having your own discussion down there? Thought we had questions here.
Do you want,
No, I can, that's fine.
you want a copy of this?
Did you even hear what she said? She's talking to you
Yes, I'm
guys.
sorry, Royce, I'm talking to you.
I know.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Do we have your own meeting down there, or?
I'm so sorry, I hope you accept my apologies.
I don't.
So, did you hear what she asked you?
I did not, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't.
Try again, Mary.
Why bother?
I thought you were talking to Deb, I'm sorry.
No,
No, I
it's-
wasn't. I asked one more question.
I honestly didn't think you were talking to them either. just-
No, I was asking one more question, but Royce hasn't listened to anything about the Naiad anyway, so.
Go ahead, Mary.
Mighty Joe's needs to have a place. They should have someone checking all the boats that are going in there.
Well, that's
every day.
Milton.
That's Milton?
Yeah.
No one's checking there though.
Well,
They can't do anything
I can't
that's
change
Milton.
anything
You gotta go to
Yeah.
Milton.
And Edwards Cove, did they check the boats this past summer? Because they didn't check any of the ones going into my house.
I bet they did, it's pretty good, I mean,
Yeah.
Didn't check any of the ones going to my house at all.
I don't know, we have to ask them.
Took me $10, but.
You know, we need to just worry about getting it on the ballot and getting people to vote for it and at that point now, I mean, we're in a crunch, because we got budgets to get through and we've got a ballot to create.
Oh.
And there's a lot still to go over, so that's where we're at now, we're gonna actually try to do some small ones here in a little bit, as soon as we get done with this and.
Yeah, and I had said, I just had one more question, and that's, you guys had discussed with me that after the first of the year, you'd be looking at putting a light on our flag, and I'm still waiting.
We need to ask Royce, because Royce.
Royce was the one that said it, you're
We
right.
need to ask Royce.
What did I say?
Deb has a question to you about the light on the flag. Remember we had said it was okay to put a light on the flag. Do you know where that
Yes.
is in status?
Where it is right now is, I'm still waiting for the electrician to show up after the first of the year.
Okay, so it's February, and our flag is still dark at night.
I will follow up on that.
Okay.
One
I know.
question, if I may. Yeah.
Conservation, they don't find an answer about that scholarship.
I think I do in my pile of goodies.
Okay.
So I will find it for you.
Yeah, you just let me know so I can let them know, and then one of us or somebody can tell them, advise
I do have it.
them what to do.
I do. I just have to find it in my.
Okay, thank you.
You know,
Christine, I can actually answer that from your discussion during meeting if you'd like, and you could remember it or not. So when you had found out from the legal, and I had found out from the Maine State people there, what they said was it had to be created as a separate fund. It can't, the 150 doesn't go into their budget, it goes into a scholarship fund that is held here, but it's separate from their budget. It's not the same thing as their budget, not part of their budget. Did you hear me?
I didn't.
Oh.
I was listening.
Okay.
I was listening. Honest, I was.
Did you recall that discussion?
I do recall it, but I think it was a little, the lawyer had written me that's what I'm looking for, is her little note, which is in my pile of goodies, and I just haven't been here, I apologize. But I do have it. That's this, finalized questions.
Christine, if you're not here, isn't there another select person that can work on your little pile for you?
Not my pile.
Do
We
they
all
have
have them, yes.
Do they have the
probably
same
a copy,
pile?
too. Well, probably.
Just never seen them with a pile in front of them.
I will find it for you.
I can't see what the hell's in it.
That's why he did it.
Is your lunch in there or what? Show me a picture to do with the Naiad.
Do you have any questions that are truly pertinent to the meeting?
Yeah,
You do?
I do.
Would you mind asking them, please?
What I'm asking is, why does Christine have all this work in front of
Because
her?
I'm unorganized, that's why.
That I just don't understand why other select people can't help you out with the stuff.
Oh, they do, we work together. I just have it, we all have it. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Any other questions, so we can get into our workshop?
Did you find what the lawyer sent you?
I'll find it, right now, I need to really get into this budget, I do have it.
That's fine,
Let me-
Betsy. I don't
actually,
need
you know
it
what?
today.
Let me go,
How do I take something from email
Sorry, you don't get an answer that,
and
you know what I
in
mean?
file someplace? If it's an email, how do you make a file? I get something in my email.
So you should be able to just,
Right, give him an
Click on
answer
it.
at least.
and it'll ask you if you want.
What, you
Just
say,
folder.
right click on it? How do I know where it went?
You usually tell it where to go.
Don't laugh, I still can't figure it out.
You're doing good at telling everybody else where to go, so you should know where you're telling the file where to go.
Whereas I think it's a haircut, really, I like it.
Where did my coffee go?
Thank
Oh, it's in my car.
Comment accepted.
Good to be able to handle a compliment.
Yeah,
Does look good.
it does look
It really
good.
does.
Oh,
Was
we
that
should all
voice-
be able to laugh at ourselves too.
Was
That's
that
right.
voice with that chick at that restaurant the other night?
I don't know. The only chick he goes to the restaurant with is his mom.
Yeah. Are you picking on my poor mother now?
I bet your mother, she's a sweet lady.
She is very nice.
You got an extra room?
I know what you're asking. With all due respect, no.
You're putting your mouth on that one,
No, I'm looking for, I can, vacation place.
It was,
Doesn't matter.
I thought I was tripping over this.
That was a
Oh,
comment
God.
or something else.
What's a good message?
Yay!
It's probably here, so I just bear with me. Okay, so this is what they had said. I think a scholarship fund is I'll give you a copy too, an unauthorized municipal expenditure, and the town could authorize the Board of Selectmen to appropriate money to the Conservation Committee for purposes of awarding a scholarship. However, as with any municipal expenditure, the town would need to vote to authorize the development of the scholarship fund. Also, the scholarship would need to serve as a public purpose, and that purpose along with eligibility criteria and scholarship amount. And the process for selecting recipients would need to be made clear to the public.
Right.
The warrant article for the vote to authorize the scholarship should be provided as the details. Let me know if you'd like the assistance with the warrant article language.
my thought after hearing what you said and hearing what you said, my thought really is I think we should go back to John and perhaps maybe they could do a fundraiser, could they not? Some candy bars or something. I really think that this is really far more complicated, and I mean speaking out of turn, than they want it to be. It's gonna be complicated for them, complicated for us, complicated for the budget committee.
And I don't know if we really have the time to do it at
I
this
don't
particular
think we
time.
do.
Maybe in the fall, we can get it ready for next year or
Do
something.
you
I
want
think
it?
it's a real slippery slope.
It is a slippery
The
slope,
other
too.
scholarships in town are not using
Right.
town money.
Yeah.
Do you want, are you going to want to talk to John, or do you want me to do it? Doesn't
Well,
matter.
we'll need to.
We
have
need to,
Well,
yeah.
because if we're gonna change his budget, we're gonna need to do that.
Right.
Absolutely. So I can go back to the committee and say, after talking it over, we kind of are gonna put it back to John and change his budget. And I'm sure that's probably what they'll wanna do. They've been on the committee and they.
Yeah, he has to come back in
Yeah.
and change his own
Yeah.
budget. We can't do that.
It wouldn't take much of a fundraiser to
They can
raise
change.
150.
They can actually change his budget. He's not elected.
Yeah, they can, but we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
idea on their part, but I don't think that they ever dreamed that this was going to.
Right, it just has to be done legally.
Oh, thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
Everything's got a hitch.
Okay,
Thank you, Christine.
you're welcome.
Thank you,
Any more
Kristen.
questions? We're good? Okay, so I make a motion that we adjourn the
Uh-huh.
meeting so we can do some workshops. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd like that. Okay, so it is 4. Oh, God.
4:35.
When does your Wilson
I'll second.
kick off, Christine?
I think it's kicked right in right now.
You're looking way better.
What?
I'm also in favor of it. I said I'll second it, and I'm also in favor of it.
Seconded.
You in favor of it?
What?
The motion to adjourn the meeting?
Oh, heck yeah, he is.
Okay, so,
So I think we sort of gotta take a vote.
Right.
all in favor?
Yeah.